Welcome back. We're Nouveau Arcade. This is track 8 on side B on our new album, Die Happy, and it's called Dancing with a Ghost.
So yeah, this song starts off with another musical interlude, as most of the songs do. And like I think I mentioned this before, but with these kind of lengthy things to express the artistic vision that we had for the album, it didn't make sense to put them on Spotify. So you'll only be able to get them on the vinyl or the digital download through Bandcamp. But yeah, let's just listen to it for a second and get a vibe for it. It's got the choir piece and stuff in there. Remember doing that old organ, kind of like Castlevania. I don't know if you guys know that video game, but that was kind of the inspiration for that feel. So this song, Dancing with a Ghost, kind of was one of our most challenging. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's check. Here it comes in. It's 2 a.m., can't sleep again, my cell phone screen glows blue. So the cell phone screen being blue is another Easter egg. I referenced electric blue in the song Bad Tattoo, and those two tie together. It's part of the concept, and you'll notice that as you listen. If you really paid attention to the lyrics, there are like usually 2 songs around the concept where there's like, I'm afraid of mirrors, I'm afraid of death. That the mirror is a reference in Domino. It's also referenced in Push, not lyrically, but from the messaging of how it was written. I think, what was one of the things with this song?
Well, when we first had the demo, this chorus, Dancing with a Ghost, was all there was.
That's all there was, yeah.
We do a lot of collabs with a lot of artists, and I thought this would be a good one to collab with somebody on.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out, but...
Well, it didn't work out because it didn't make sense for a concept album around, the experiences with DPDR, and then having somebody else try to like interpret that. It had
and we're just kind of struggling lyrically, like what to say on this one, and melodies, and...
Then you did it. Then you ended up writing all the verses, the melody parts, and then I was able to do the lyrics. You were like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Like you actually did all the cadences, because I was like, I don't know what to sing over this. I was really stumped.
And this then became one of my favorite ones.
It's totally one of my favorites.
It was one of the hardest ones to mix. We're at, like, how many mixes did we have?
This won the Golden Award.
In the 20s, right?
23 mixes,
it's
back and forth with Brian to get this one right. Just, every album has some that like come together and like right away. It's like 1 or 2 and you're done. The previous song, Sick, I think it was Sick, was like 2 mixes done.
There's a lot of layers in this one, a lot of organic instrument, guitar,
complexities,
drums,
there,
and electronics, and it's hard to, they all fight each other, and structure-wise, it's,
Yeah, it has some changes. Like this one is one of my favorites, where the bass and the backbeat kind of give it this feel over this, straight vocal. But there, I'm talking about being stuck in a dream. Somebody wake me up. I think this song has really one of the best descriptions of what DPDR feels like. And so as I was going through it, it was just when I'm saying Dancing with a Ghost, it's like I don't really remember what it was. When you're in the thick of those things, you don't remember what, you're always trying to get back to like who you used to be, or you don't really remember what normal is. And the funny thing about the condition itself is the more you like ignore it and accept it, then your nervous system becomes desensitized and it starts disappearing. And this is actually where the record starts like closing, because this is where I was like, again, seeing a therapist, doing things like that, understanding what I finally had, and then like, talking about the experience and then moving on. So anyways, as we wrap up this week, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.